Welcome back, everybody, to Bar Run Forge. It's Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're here live. Tinker with Troy, and there's Eli. Good to see everybody in here this evening. Yes, please do. Yep. Yep. There's Rob Huff, there's Neil Graham, Robert Granddads, Gordon, Matthew Aimless, Corey Shire, Dana, and Holmes himself. So, try that again. Try that PSA again. That was fun for me.
I wasn't here last week, so I had everything of mine shut off. So I'm back. Hey. PSA, the thumb thing. So I had an unfortunate accident with our bandsaw over here. I was cutting a piece of metal, and the metal got caught and rolled my thumb up between it and the bandsaw blade. So again, PSA. We're good now. Thumbs up. The thumb's still there, but it's got a.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. But it's got a nice little slot in the thumbnail area and all the way through the other side of the thumb. So yeah.
You used the slitting bandsaw.
It does a very good job.
Yeah.
Thumbs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you back? Is your back up?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Anybody hear me? Hold on. Should be on here. What's happening? All right, let's do a test of this. One more time. How we doing? Is this working? Hold on, everybody. Let me pull it up.
The guy's gone 1 week and just falls apart, man. I'm telling you. Hold on, Rob and everybody. We'll get him. We'll get him.
They just are confused why I keep putting my thumb.
Yeah, he's hey, hi everybody. Hey, Eli's pantomiming tonight.
Okay, is it up now? It seems really low. Yeah, it's still catching. Only catching me on the. Nope, just into the.
While Eli's working on that, we have some exciting news here in the shop. In case you haven't seen or you can't see, behind Eli, there is no big old 1700s walnut barn loom anymore. It's gone. It's out in the other part of the building, and it has created a great deal of space and has created enough space for shop fridge. Shop fridge is here. So we are official shop now. We have a shop fridge. So we're good to go. Eli has been lobbying for a shop couch, and I think the mice are lobbying for that as well. So we will probably avoid that one as well. So what that means is behind Eli, not only behind Eli is the shop fridge, but we've moved some other things around. There's this great big, and we're going to do a shop tour here very soon because there's one thing that's going to be coming this way. Now that we did another thing is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but all the way in the back of the shop, can they see to the door?
Yeah.
All the way to the back, actually the front of the shop.
Right there.
Yeah, we have the door. The door is installed. It is in. It is 99.98% fully functional and doing what it should do. So we now have a door tall enough and an opening tall enough for the power hammer to come in the building. So because of that, that's a very possible scenario there, Hans. Because of that, that means we are now going to need to be in the process of getting prepared for the power hammer to come in. So we've rearranged some things, and I want to wait on doing the shop tour, full shop tour, until we have some of these other things that we've kind of moved around, some things that need to be stored away. and really put the shop kind of where we need it. And we'll do a shop tour after that and kind of look at the future plans. The ceiling is done. The only thing we need to do up there is insulate. So the ceiling is done. We actually came in here and worked a little bit today, and I got to sweating. So yeah, it's working. It's working.
Let's do a test and see, can anybody hear me better now? Now. I'm listening on my stream here. And we're going to get this. We're going to get this figured out. I just sound really echoey.
Huh.
Keep talking.
All right, so while Eli's working on some audio E back there, the power hammer, as some of you have mentioned, the power hammer is in what we call the red barn. It's there. It's ready to come this way. And we did a bunch of trenching to put brand new electrical service back here to bring heavy electrical service back to the shop. So we trenched in to get back here. I think it was 375 feet and put conduit in the ground. So we got to pull wire. And once we get the wire pulled, then we can hook all that up. With that all being said, then we can run the compressor. The power hammer will have enough juice to run, all that stuff. So in the process of doing all that in this during this time, we got into a rainy spell, and all that trenching that we did just basically turned to slop and mud. Someone summoned Comrade Fire Chaps. I said Comrade Bunyan, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think I got it fixed now. It looks like I'm blasting through the sound, so let's test here. There's some flux.
Yeah, there is. Flux. Somebody scream it quickly. I think he's already actually shared the stream, so I think he's close by. Everybody say it with me. Flux. There it was. The summoning has occurred. Let's see if he responds. Really? Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so we've got a lot of cool stuff going on. So in the process with the did he show up? Yeah, I knew it would happen. I knew you were already listening, bud. So hey, great to have you. Thank you so much. We've got them forged, hardened, and tempered. Just putting the finish on them, and they'll be on their way in the morning. Wink, wink.
Merry Christmas.
He says I sound like a robot. I sound like a robot.
Still sound robotic? This is what happens. I go away for a week.
That happened Sunday morning too, didn't it? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so with the muddy mess coming down the drive, up the drive to the shop, we got some gravel in, so we spread out a bunch of gravel with the Bobcat. So all the way down the drive, 375 feet. It's got basically a new drive down through there. Comrade Fire Traps. Hans gave you Comrade Fire Chaps. I said Comrade Bunyan, just simply because of the flannel shirt. So, but Fire Chaps works for me. That's fine with me. Oh my goodness. So anyway, now that the driveway is stable and secure and solid, now I can put the forks on the Bobcat and bring the power hammer up here. So yeah, that one definitely may stick for sure. Maybe get that like on the back of a shirt. You know, like get your number on the back with Comrade Fire Chaps on it. So anyway, door is here. It's tall enough for the power hammer to come through. The driveway is now solid, so we can drive it up here. And now we got to cut the hole, put the pad in. And like I said, while we're cutting the hole, we're going to cut a hole and put a new base for Hazel. So Hazel can be there, solid and permanent, so she doesn't move around. So I'm looking forward to that. And if we get what my plan is to make it such that if we do ever replace Hazel, it's okay, honey. If we ever replace Hazel in her spot, in her current spot, she won't go away. Then we'll have a permanent base right there. Well, if the power hammer doesn't fit,
Well, the power hammer
yeah,
will fit.
the power hammer will fit. And if it doesn't fit, I'm not hauling it off anywhere. But yeah, it will fit. It will fit. I've already done those measurements. I already know it will fit. And once we get it in here, then we'll have to put it on the pallet jacks. We'll probably, I say we'll probably film this. That may not be a wise thing to do. I've seen some other individuals recently moving power hammers and it didn't turn out so good. So we may or may not do that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, gotta cut the hole in the concrete, build the pad for that, cut the hole in the concrete, build a new base for Hazel. Man, things are just really moving along. Even tomorrow morning and Saturday, we have a craft show to do. So we've been in the shop, or I've been in the shop most of the day working on some other items. I've actually been working also on the gate project. Um, all of the stiles are now twisted. The top and the bottom rails are now all punched. And so I'm going to do a dry assembly very, very soon. Okay, Matt, good to see you. Oh, I saw Jeff Killian come in, Wayne Heights. So good to have you guys. Matt, good to see you, man. Take care. Complacency is a real killer. I would agree. I would agree. So I'm trying not to be complacent, for sure. But anyway, we've actually got another order for a lady at Eli's work wanted some kind of coat hook, hat hooks, but kind of double hooks with the ball finials on them. Of power hammers and men alike. Oh, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Mule Kick, hi Ed, how you doing? So anyway, she looked online and kind of found what she would like to have done, and so I made a prototype up for her. So Eli, let's see if we get that in the shot. Okay. So we made the ball end finials and the hat hook, coat hook, or double hook, however you want to call it. And she wanted 10 of them. So we're in the process of having to make that. And I think that's what we'll probably do this evening as a result of our not really wanting to do anything on the gate project tonight. So disregard, not gate, not live gate. No live gate tonight. So what I've already done on most of these is I've already I'm using 3/8 rod, round rod, 10 inches long, and I've upset the ends. And then on some of them, I've already gotten to the point where I've tapered and rounded again. So then I'll be able to do the ball finials. So I've got 4 or 5 out of the 10 rounded up, ready to go for the ball end finials, and the others, if we get that far, we'll finish up those as well. Anything further? Thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. So, as everybody says, without further ado, I do. I, if you're from Kentucky, I do. It means you will, right? I do. You just got married, right? Without further ado. Let's get some forging done. All right. Talking to my lapel. Hello, hello. I feel like Brick from the middle, right? Fletcher. Is that better? No? I don't either.
Sound any better? Maybe.
I don't either.
Maybe. Howdy from work. Oh, Fletcher's working.
Now, when I'm doing these with the ball end finials, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, that's not all hammer work. You know, there is some filing, some sanding on those to try to smooth them up a little bit, but
Adam.
yeah. Adam, how are you, buddy?
This is working. It's almost like it's catching audio already in my boom mic.
All right, Roy, we'll be here. All right, let's do some forging.
Background noise. Perfect heat for the win.
And I can go to the swedge block. I can do most of that here at the anvil. But anyway, the good thing about doing this on mild steel, as most of you guys know, is cold shuts really kind of don't matter. So we'll just continue to work those. May have to go to a pair of tongs. That was just a little warm. I hate that because I had good control of it too. All right. You get it figured out.
Not quite.
And these are, as our good buddy John would say, a little fiddly.
Got some fiddly bits.
They are a little fiddly.
I wonder if that did anything. Let's try it.
We'll set one up there on top of the fire just to keep it warm. I don't know if I'll try to work two of them at once or not. I could do that in the propane forge. I was running that earlier, but yeah. Yeah, congratulations to Eli for sure.
Since I can't really talk in the chat. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with my mic.
Is that what the issue is?
For some reason, it's not.
Do you want to go get the well? I don't know if you want to go get the snowball.
That's gonna catch a lot of.
That's going to get everything, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, the boom mic is almost reading like there's an audio feed already going through it, and I feel like it's just.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that at some point.
All right. Well, we'll just continue to work this ball finial. And at some point in time, I'll move over to a smaller hammer.
Get a little squeaky on the end there.
Yeah, Hazel's kind of fussing at me here.
John said bar run sweatshop.
Bar run sweatshop. It was a little sweatshop today.
It was indeed a sweatshop today.
It got warm. All right, so I know we're probably still at purple heat. But I'll go up to the front camera here, Eli. Kind of get an idea of where we're going. Kind of roughed in ball finial there. Kind of good look at it.
Yep, looks good.
Okay. And we'll just kind of refine it a little bit more before we go over to the, I usually go over to the vise and finish them up. So.
Honestly, it does sound like an event announcer at a local county fair. You ain't wrong, bud.
At a local county fair.
North Country Forge says hello.
Hey! Steve, right?
Beats me.
Make sure I get that right. Tell me. Making a Nirvana reference? Okay. But that's what it is. That thing.
Let's try this again, shall we?
How does that sound? It looks like we were a little unplugged. So that could be
Eli Unplugged.
Sounds like a bad acoustic album.
I thought so. Good deal. Great to have you, Steve. Man, you do some amazing work, brother. So good to have you in here. So the other thing we can do is work here at the near side of the anvil. It's not always the best, but it does give us another angle. When we work the far side, we can get into those nooks and crannies. Just got to know, it's not the nooks that'll get you. Little wisdom from Troy tonight. It's not the nooks that'll get you, it's the crannies. All right, we're almost to the point where we can kind of smooth that up with the files and such. So I'm kind of okay with that one. Got another one in the forge already. There was another in the fire. Check, check. Simulants, simulants. Yeah, Steve is a professional smith, that's for sure. I'm honored to have you here with us, man. Thought you did?
Yeah.
And you did not.
Well, when I first
Bring it back up. It sounds like it's echoing in through.
We'll try this one with just the small hammer. Don't leave me, Eli. Don't leave me. All right. Keep on going. Gotta have a dongle? Yeah, I think there's one hooked up to the that long cable. Okay. As long as I'm on Animal Cam, that's okay. Hi, everybody. Hello. See what everybody's in here saying. Still waiting for my power hammer, Neil. Yeah. Great to have everybody in here. Eli's doing a great job of getting everything in order there. We just... Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. Eli's going to try to... What are you going to do, go with earphones or something? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we're going to continue to work on the ball ends of these hooks, these finials. I think I'm going to stick with this smaller hammer. Just noticed it's a little loose. I'm going to have to wedge it or something.
Boom mic is up.
And these tongs are way too long for this, but that's all right. That's all right. That shoulder didn't get real good, so we'll just kind of forge it back in. Keep it straight. Yeah, keep going there. Got a little on the end there I need to kind of clean up a little bit.
Adam is asking what you're making.
I'll show you real quick, Adam. For those of you just kind of coming in, we're making that with the ball end finials, 2 screw holes. So that's the prototype. So right now we're just kind of working the ball ends. But yeah, these are definitely a little, like I said, as John would say, a little fiddly. Just depends on how far you want to go with them. And if you can get perfectly smooth, perfectly round ball end finials without any filing, you're officially my hero. There are some of you guys in here that wouldn't surprise me. If you Good. So anyway, that's kind of where we're. Wait, front camera. That's kind of where we're getting. Like I said, we'll have to file a little bit, clean those up. And I'm not good enough to do it without it. Of course, there's several different ways to do these with different stock, starting with flat stock or square stock or any of the other kinds. Using 3/8 round, and I basically just chose that because that's the size of the shaft that I actually want to end up with, so I don't really feel the need to change it. And the 3/8 does give enough. 3/8 does give enough when you flatten this out. It gives enough width and thickness here to where you still have a stable hook and wide enough to put screws in. So I just went with 3/8 for that very reason. And you can upset the ends fairly easily on 3/8 stock. Gordon heading out, I see. Yep, 3/8 by 10 inch. 3/8 round by 10 inches long. Oop, a little sparky. Does not want to behave here. That one wanted to move in a different direction. All right, we're going to get it. Okay. Try something different. Okay. Eli's going to step out for just a minute. He's going to try some audio stuff. See if he can get that figured out. Good old technology. Hans says, I'll just shut up now. Why are you guys arguing with him? It's 3 Mikes, 2 Sams, and 2 Robs. That sounds like the beginning of a joke. Yeah. And the third guy ducked, right? There we go. Now I got her back in line. With these, there's always that, you know, just like with leaf work, there's always that threat of creating a cold shut or a stress crack at this joint. So, you know, you do have to be careful with it. Yeah, that one's coming back around. I don't think so. I mean, you can look in one of those bags, but the I don't know. All right. You want to use just yeah, there you go. You got it. And again, I'll just be very open and honest with you guys and let you know this is just me doing it. Dude, I'm taking as big a guess at how to do this. I'm certainly not the authority. See, I'm looking in here at names of people who are amazing artists, great smiths that I personally have already learned a lot from and can learn a lot from. Ramblings of an old blacksmith. Now, who's he talking about? Is he talking about Hans, or is he talking about me, or what? Eli says, I can say all kinds of stuff and nobody can hear me right now. He's taking advantage of the fact that he's not being heard, at least as far as he knows. This one just about where I want it to be. Ready for, at least ready for filing. Got a little, not a crack in it, but a little line there. Oh, I've already learned all kinds of stuff from you, Adam. All you guys. You guys are tremendous at what you do. And I'm blessed to be able to learn from you. I'm trying to use these low heats to kind of planish that ball end a little bit. I do have a little bit of a gap on this one where it folded over on the top, but I think I can work around it. See, yep. There's Brett Larson, good to have you, man. And the two Corys that are the same Cory. Yeah, Hans, that wouldn't surprise me if you had rotator cuff issues. This one right here, I'll tell you right now. Scar right there, there, and there. Rotator cuff, labrum tear, tenodesis. The bicep tendon is now hooked here instead of over here where it's supposed to. Don't wait. Get the surgery done. That's all I got to say. I waited way too long. Yeah, there we go. Eli has left the building. I think he's had enough of you guys. All right. I think I'll call that one. And I think that one's ready for filing. So we'll set that one over there. And we'll pull this one, put that in there. And see what we can't do with this one. Just remember when you're in Ohio, to work your steel at a purple heat. All right, I'm going to get this one done and see what everybody's doing on the chat. Since the chat man is working on some sound stuff. Would now be a good time to ask for donations? Yes, yes. If you just, we tell everybody all the time, like, share, subscribe, share the video. That really helps us out a great deal. Also, I'll let you know that if you look down in the description, I think it's in the description, the Streamlabs tips. You can actually donate to our channel. Even though we're not monetized, you can actually donate to our channel if you so desire. That will help us out tremendously. You know, we are looking to add some technology. Obviously, some sound stuff right now would be really good.
Some nice sound stuff.
We've had really good luck, good success with what we've had so far, so we're not going to complain. But you know, there's some cameras that we would like to add, and some other things that we would like to change here in the shop. So if you do have that inclination, please feel free to do that. Streamlabs does allow you to make donations through that. So there you go. Yeah, I'm going to work this last one right here, and then probably engage in a little bit of chat time for just a bit.
Okay.
You working on some sound remedies?
Unfortunately, I think our sound remedies are going to involve having to get a new USB audio input.
Yeah.
I did a test with the mic
Uh-huh.
on my phone, and it did fine.
I see.
So I don't think it's a mic problem. Although this mic does run.
Yeah. All right, I think that one's ready to go as well. So we got 2 units that have the ball ends. rounded up. We'll have to do some filing on those, some cleanup. Are we on the front camera?
Yes, you are.
Review. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing okay? Good to have everybody here. Kind of a warmer day here in Ohio. I've pretty much walked around in a t-shirt most of the day. Of course, I came in the shop. The heat was on in the shop, and I immediately got rid of my jacket and spent most of the day in here in comfort. And we have noticed another thing about being in here with the roof, even though it's metal, with the roof and the doors and the insulation. We haven't got the insulation up in the ceiling yet. But you guys can help them make that. No, I'm just kidding. But with the door and the insulation, everything going on, it's like eerily quiet in here right now. And well, especially eerily quiet for Eli because you guys can't hear him at all. But he's there. He's still there. But anyway, throwing feed. I know what you're doing, Fletcher. But anyway, check it. Everybody's kind of marking off their ages all of a sudden. Wayne says over that 35 years ago, 14 surgeries put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Yes, it can be done. We have the technology. We can make him better, faster, stronger, right? Yeah. I will tell you, just as a result, my rotator cuff had full tears and all that kind of fun stuff in it, and the worst part was actually the labrum. The labrum was giving me the most fits. For some of you guys know this, holding your arm up above you. If I did that before I had my surgery, by this time my arm would be on fire and it would actually literally be shaking up above my head. Now, granted, I can't do that very long, and any repetitive motions in this area or here are still difficult. But the hammering, I feel as good, if not better, than I have in a very long time. So, oh, 58 degrees. Okay, I got you. We were talking age, and then we got on the degrees, and yeah. But anyway, yes. Seriously, guys, if you get the opportunity, and I know it's tough for blacksmith because you want to be able to swing that hammer, but if you can get that surgery done now and get it taken care of, if you need that done, yeah, you need the. That's what you were trying to do, Hans. Was the. You got it. But anyway, yeah, get the surgery done now. Get the recovery done. That way, you can do this for a long time to come. I've waited too long. I waited way too long. Is there somebody's birthday in here today? I see Rob Huff says not this Rob's birthday, thankfully. Granddad, Rob Garman, is it your birthday today? Well, there you go. All right, let's get back to doing some forging. Get that very special hammer out right there. Yeah, I believe these tongs may just be a little overkill. Not sure. Not sure. Back in the far. Which reminds me of a joke. Today's joke brought to you by our sponsor, not sponsor, just kidding. Um, so here, I'll just tell you a joke. There was this salesman. He was down in Texas. We don't have any of our Texas folks in here right now, I don't think. So this salesman was down in Texas. We'll go with Mississippi. How about that? So he's down in Mississippi, and he is doing his salesmanship, and he goes by this church, and this church has this nativity scene out front, and it is perfect, man. It is to the T, man. It is great, except for one detail that he keeps noticing every time he goes by the church. The one detail was all the wise men had firefighters' helmets on. And man, it just disturbed him. So he went about his time there, and just about the time he was getting ready to leave town, he stops at the gas station, gets some gas, he goes in, and the little lady at the gas station says, "Well, how'd you like our town, young fella?" And he said, "Well, I had a great time here." He said, "It's just, you guys are wonderful. It's just one thing I got to ask. It's really bothering me. This one thing is really eating at me." He said, "That nativity scene down at the church." She said, "Oh, yeah, isn't it fantastic? They're just perfect." He said, "Oh, yeah. I mean, they got everything done absolutely perfect. It's to the nines. There's no detail missed." He says, "One thing just really seems to bother me." And she said, well, what is it?" She was all worried that there was something seriously wrong. She said, "What is it?" And the salesman, he says, "The three wise men." Eli, somebody just said, Wayne just said circle of death. Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, the salesman says, "The three wise men." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, they were all wearing firefighters' helmets." She said, "Uh-huh." He said, "Man, I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense." She said, "You Yankees are all alike. You come down here and think you know everything there is to know. But if you just read your Bible, you'd learn." Said the wise man came from afar. The wise men came from afar. Good grief. What's going on over there? Now, I'm sure that if Dance, Steel, and Farm Supply knew I was going to tell that joke, they'd probably take this hat from me. But you got it. You'll tell that joke. I know you will. The wise men came from afar. The thing I notice about these when I'm doing them is it just while you're in the midst of this kind of beginning process, it just like a clump. And you're thinking, how in the heck am I going to turn that into something spherical? Patience. Patience. John Coffey, man, oh man. I missed coming to see you yesterday. right, that one's heading in the right direction. Yeah, Bill, the other option is, for forge welding a collar on. I got to make 10 of these. I don't know. Yeah, John, I definitely would have preferred being there with my truck, and I definitely would have used my truck to help you out. Gosh, Hans, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Yeah, spring swedge. Under the I could use the swedge block. There's a bunch of different ways. I'm just choosing basically to do it hammer and anvil. So that's what I'm doing. Because I don't mind. Well, while we're waiting on Eli to come back, let me just tell you something. That's a good man right there. And while he's away, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that he's recently done. His blacksmithing is getting much better all the time. If I can just get mine to do that. That was getting pretty close. Let me go grab one of Eli's quick pieces here. Look there. That's some good work. It's some good taper and round. Everything's turned real good. Did some good work there. And then he made a little key fob Eli did with the cross on it. And a couple bottle openers. So his skills are advancing. And I'm very happy about that. He's out here doing it on his own too, which is even better. Today, while I was in here, I don't know where we're at. Make sure I'm on. Yeah, interview cam. Gotcha. What actually I've been working on today for another project, if I can reveal this, is, like I said, they just got finished. Some of them just got finished in the temper, so they're not 100% finished. But we've got a square punch, a kind of cold chisel, a ball end punch, a round punch, what I would call a slitting chisel or a hot chisel, and a slot punch. And so basically these three are going to go down and get cleaned up and put an edge on this, kind of make sure everything's all nice and tidy. And all 6 of these are headed to that state up north. Headed that state up north for a certain thing that's going to happen next Friday. So we've decided to make a little contribution to that. So look for these next Friday night. These will be out there and available. They're mine. I mean, they're my version of them, so they're not great. But if anybody's in need of those kinds of things, you're welcome to jump in on the stream and let them know you want them. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're getting there on this one. He's back. I showed him some of your work. I was being sneaky. Whilst you were away. All right, so that one's done. Well, at least to the point where I can file it. Shipping some blanks. Shipped my blanks. Roy just shipped his blanks. Well, Roy, you just missed it because I was showing everybody the things that are headed your way tomorrow. It'll be in the mail tomorrow. And it would have given you the opportunity to say, yeah, please don't send those. That one won't take a whole lot more. Chris Dixon, dude, I'm telling you what. Yeah, Mr. Tinkle and Son. Oh, gosh. Cleaning candy canes on an 8-inch wire wheel is terrifying. I agree. I was just cleaning up a chisel. Yeah, fun stuff. Roy says, everyone's been awesome, including Troy. So you have to make sure you clarify that as even Troy. Not excluding Troy. Alright, I think this one's about ready as well. So there you go, just kind of get you an idea. Kind of each one. I don't need to show you every one, but that's kind of where we're at. And I know it's not exciting stuff to just see me rounding up the end of a hook, but that's what I got to get done. Hello! There's North and family. North, how are you, buddy? That's my fishing buddy right there. All right, let's see what's going on. Invent my ceiling from my grabby drill. Oh shoot. Uh-oh. I'm guessing that was unintentional, Chris. Yeah, go ahead, Hans. Send Roy a headdress or two to give away. I'm sure everybody would hate that. Look, here's the deal. I don't claim to, my stuff is my stuff that I'm going to send. I know I'm looking down the list here, and there are smiths who do a much better job, a tremendous job at certain things like that. This is just something I wanted to do, and I just thought this is something to be nice for everybody. And if there's somebody out there who needs a set of punches and chisels, they can have them. So I got spring steel everywhere. So, well, I'll go ahead and make them and send them on their way. Eli said something to me today. He said we need a touch mark because we don't have anything to stamp on there and let them know it's from Bar Run Forge. So I said, well, we may not want to let them know it's from Bar Run Forge. They may see it and go, yeah, that's all right. I don't need to know where that came from. Old buddy North. North's a good one, man. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. There should be a Switzer theme song, John Switzer theme song. It should have the word fiddly bits in it, shouldn't it? I've got a lovely bunch of fiddly bits, fiddly deep. There they are, standing in a row.
You said loverly.
Loverly, that's the way the song goes. There's an old song that says, I've got a loverly bunch of coconuts.
That's off of Lion King.
Well, that's not off of Lion King. Lion King took that from an old 60s kind of folk song. Are you up and being heard now?
Not really. It's kind of catching up. Echoes of me. So we'll probably have to do some audio fixing.
Checking and fixing. Sounds like a country group, doesn't it? Like the new country duo, Checking and Fixing.
There you go.
It's allowed, man. You're always so punchy. No, there's no such thing as too many tools. I will say that. That is for sure. I typed that in and got censored. I don't know. Maybe it's the tools. I don't know. Baby shark. No. Nope. Monty Python, they may have done it, but I literally think it was a song that was just kind of one of those folksy songs. Uh-oh.
Sparky.
Please don't burn off. Okay, I think we got it. I think we're good. Yeah, I think it was one of those like 60s folksy songs that, like Puff the Magic Dragon or one of those kinds of, fun little
Silly.
Nonsense songs.
Yeah.
Because there were none of those in the 60s. Whew. You said Sully?
Yep, Sully jumped in.
Hey, buddy. Drop forge. That's why I don't like going to the near side. Did it again. Same time, too. All right, put her back in. All right, so everybody do the research. Where did the song "I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts" come from? I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, deedly dee. There they are, standing in a row. Short ones, tall ones. Trying to remember what the rest of it. All right. Another one that's primarily done. I want to finish up a little bit on it. Have we thought about running merch? Yes, we have. And one of the things that we've talked about selling, and this is kind of Anson from Ivy's kind of said that needs to be on a t-shirt, is I talk about how I'm stupid blessed. And so, we are a Christian organization. We that's how we roll. But anyway, that's what we would like to be able to do with our shirt, is to talk about how the one we talked about was on the back of the shirt was stupid blessed. So you'd have the Bar Run Forge logo, and on the back is stupid blessed, and talk about grace, how we don't deserve it. Then the other one was as iron sharpens iron, that kind of thing. A Bar Run coffee mug, we can do that as well.
There will be a Bar Run coffee mug.
There will be a Bar Run coffee mug, Eli says.
The coffee drinker.
Yep.
There will be a coffee maker right over there. Eli's coffee needs.
So yeah, the Bar Run Forge hats, all that kind of fun stuff. Yes, we've talked about it. And again, we're trying to decide, is that something that are people going to want those things? But I'm sure they will. Somebody will. So I know you guys, if you wouldn't have a problem with those kinds of things. So help support the channel. Get us to that point where we can do those kinds of things. That's what we want to do. And you guys certainly do, just by your presence. And we greatly appreciate you being here and supporting the channel in the ways that you guys do. It's such an amazing thing. Think about, right now, this evening, we've had 3 different countries in on the live stream, several different states, 4 different countries if you count Kentucky. So,
So you let them know who.
what'd you say?
Let them know that we're going with a local guy with all of our merch.
Yeah. We've got as far as the T-shirts and stuff go, um, we had a local T-shirt or shirt guy that also does hats and stuff like that, who's done really good for us. The guy I went to high school with, and he just did an amazing job getting our polo shirts done, or kind of our golf shirts done, which I'll be wearing tomorrow. And so we've already kind of got that set up with him to get our T-shirts done, and probably somewhere along the line will be a hat and things like that. This one's about ready. At least in my eyes. Probably not for some of you guys, but I'm just changing the angle, trying to create tiny little facets so it appears to be round. So last week we had the conversation about, was it Bond?
Yep.
Yeah, it was James Bond last week. Not sure what we can get into tonight. We haven't had a tirade.
That's true. We have not had a tirade in a while.
Have not had a tirade in a good long while. At least not on here, right?
Huh?
At least not on here.
Correct.
Let me just stick that one down in there. It's not rounded up yet, but tapered. So like nobody kind of like wants to get me stirred up to ask me anything or get me cranked up on a topic to get me on a tirade. A coffee mug. Yeah, it's from Coffee's Forge, a coffee mug.
That's something that needs to be done.
All right, Adam says, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, novelty song composed in 1944, and a top 10 hit on the U.S. charts by Freddie Mayton and his orchestra, 1950, 1951, and top 25 for Danny Kaye. There you go. See? A Troy raid.
That's just what happens whenever Dad needs Little Debbie's.
A Troy raid. Yeah, that's when I get into the Little Debbie cupboard. Get into I raid the cupboard. Sully, I love your shirt. Yeah, Sully's shirts are really cool.
Yeah.
The Shamrock Ford shirts are really cool. So I don't know if let's see, what time is it? 7:19. Don't know at Troy raid. I don't know if you guys, you don't want to hear me watch me filing on those, so I'm not going to do that. What I can do is go ahead and do the flats and then clean up everything later. So I think that's what we may do, is to go ahead and do the flats. So I have to get the prototype out here and kind of get an idea of our distance. And I know we've got it bent up, but it should give us an idea where we're at. About 4.5.
See you, Rob.
4.5. Rob who?
Rob Huff.
Rob Huff, good to see you, man. Thank you so much. You take care. So what I'm going to do, I'll come in 4.5, make a mark on the anvil. As I find my, which is precisely the width of the anvil. So I don't need to make a mark. Troy should already know that about his own anvil. Sorry, Hazel.
Rob Gardner asked about Parler replacing Facebook.
Yeah.
So was everybody
So no, yeah. So no. Yeah, you know, it, I know we all kind of stray away from that on our to avoid that in the blacksmithing community. It's one of those things. I'm also a minister, so I don't talk politics from the pulpit ever. I just don't do that. But it's one of those things that if you spend any time with me and you can't figure out where I stand on things, you're not listening. Okay, let's make sure. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, where I stand on things.
That sucks.
What's the matter?
Han said that North's birthday party had to be canceled because of new restrictions.
Aw. When is North's birthday? Hans, let me know when North's birthday. What day is it? Let everybody here know too.
My birthday consisted of well, that was when I still worked night shifts,
Yeah.
and people came to see me. So I was up from the previous day at about 5 o'clock until the next day at like 10.
I have been intending to look into the MeWe. Um, I haven't even looked at Parlor yet, but
Parlor seems to be kind of like a Twitter replacement almost.
Hans, when is North's birthday? Listen to me, boy. I say.
Oh, it was the 4th.
It was the 4th?
Yeah.
Is he still listening and watching? Philip, how are you? Hans, if North is still listening, let me know.
Philip Smith joined in.
And Sully's is the same day. Huh. Or his dad's birthday. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. And Michelle's was the 6th. The day before the day that will live in infamy. Oh, shoot.
Making all kinds of mess over there.
Yeah, I guess.
Han says he's going to go get him.
Okay. Here we go.
Dana's heading out.
Who?
Dana.
Dana, good to see you, man. So good to always have you here. I do have a confession to make. for you, Dana. I have not been able to locate your anvil stickers. I know they're here somewhere. I will find them. I will put them up. You're the man. Thank you.
The person you're making these for is on here watching.
Really?
Taylor?
Taylor?
Yep.
Taylor. We are doing your project live on Facebook. How about that? YouTube. We do church on Facebook.
Yes.
It's too much, man. Too much. Yeah, I can roller skate like all get out. Rollerblade, ice skate. Nope.
One said North is here.
North, buddy, I am sorry about your birthday party, but here it is. We're going to have one for you right now.
Having a birthday party in the
And we're going to have a birthday party for North. That's what our time is for right now. And you're going to get disgusted by having me sing to you at this very moment. Are you ready? And you guys sing along wherever you're at. It's okay. If you don't sing out loud, it's fine. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear North. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Great big old happy. Yeah, that's it, guys. Pour in the happy birthdays. Fantastic. Fantastic. Every little thing gonna be all right. Chris says ice skate like a baby giraffe. Yeah, for some reason, just that right there just kills my legs, man. Happy birthday, North. I love you, buddy. You're a special dude. He's a pretty good fisherman, I'll tell you that much. And from what I understand, he's a good striker in the forge. Anything exciting?
Hans said he's redder than a robin's breast. And Chris says he's impressed that you can kind of sing.
Yes, he will. He'll be giving his dad. He'll be showing his dad how to do it for too long. Well, thanks, Rob, and everybody else. I just, as the Scripture tells us, to make a joyful noise. And I make a lot of noise, man. A lot of noise. All right, so what we did, in case you haven't seen, we went ahead and made the, I'll get the, I probably shouldn't do that. A little longer than the other one. Yipe. Okay. So we made that. We'll have to make the rest of them like that. But anyway, that's what we just made. So we'll be able to do that on the next one. Be able to lay out all those. I made the prototype, and hopefully I was trying to stay within the prototype. Apparently, I did not.
Put a little birthday message up on the screen for him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's epic. Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Abigail. What up, yo? Oh, shoot. My kids love it when I act cool. Because that's me. I wonder what it's like to have your birthday. Woke up from a nap in time to watch the live stream.
Woke up from a nap to watch.
Wonder what it's like to have your birthday party online. It's all perspective, man. It's all perspective.
Wayne quoted Billy Idol song.
What do you want to know?
Rob said, "Gotta spend some time with grandson. He has the Elf DVD." See you later, Rob.
Bye, Rob. Always good to have you, brother. Always.
See you, Chris. I don't know why I'm saying it. Nobody can really hear me.
Chris is headed out. Rob is headed out.
Everybody's leaving us.
Headed back to work. Oh, man. Bless your heart. Don't leave us. You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
We kind of asked for a Troy's tirade and got nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what I have to say.
It's true. He said, unless your computer catches a virus. Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy. You know who I bet would have known about the coconut song?
Who?
Anson.
Probably.
He is a cornucopia of useless information.
As dads can somewhat be.
What?
As dads can somewhat be.
Yes. Dads are prone to being that. Cornucopias of useless information. When you get snow. I think we're supposed to get some snow this weekend.
We got some snow last week.
Yeah, we've already gotten our first snow, but not that big a deal.
Right. It's good. I can yawn and people might think I'm
Yeah,
sleeping.
yeah. Doing say whatever you want to do back there.
Just yell and see if it works.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we'll get this sound thing figured out for Eli. Did it clean up my sound, my audio?
Yeah. Yeah, as far as my things just shut down. As far as I can tell, yours sounded good.
Okay.
I was gonna try to Bluetooth my
The
Beats headphones in.
cornucopia myth. What?
I was gonna try to Bluetooth my Beats headphones to the computer and use the
Yeah.
mic on that, but it doesn't register headphones on wireless.
Okay. I think Adam's another one of those guys that has a. Okay, I'll change it up. A plethora.
Plethora.
Wayne,
What'd you say? I have
Troy, and Silent Bob. Well played, sir. Well played. Back in, we'll do the other side. Be able to clean that up.
A piece of scale in his eye.
Uh-oh. Who got scale in their eye?
Hans.
Yeesh.
That's not fun.
Oh, man.
Safety, dude. It's for safety.
It's for safety. Safety. Bah. I will say, though, I have gotten stuff, even with safety glasses on. It does happen. It gets up in there. I don't know if anybody saw it or not. I think it was on the Black Bear Forge Facebook forum. A guy that had a cutoff disc
Oh, that went
like
straight into it. Yeah.
lodged in his safety glasses. Dang. Yeah. Dang. Horn of a river spirit. Broke. I knew it.
And there you go.
I knew it. Yeah, Heracles. I did know that was, I'm telling you. If you guys want to learn stuff, this is the place to be. Not for me. And sometimes it's useful. All right, let's see if that one is a little closer to this one. Actually, one end is longer. Top side. And it ain't bad. Ain't bad. Okay. Might thin that out just a little bit more. Okay.
He said he's on a first name basis with his eye doctor.
Hans is falling apart. He needs shoulder surgery. He's got stuff in his eye. He's 40, man. See what happened? He turned 40. Yeah, man. That would just be unbelievable.
He's Alex Hanneman.
Did you say Val Kilmer?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I said Alex Hanneman just jumped in.
Who?
Alex.
Oh, Alex Hanneman. Hi,
For the
buddy.
third time.
Howdy, he says. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
I'm Woody. See if that got it a little closer. A little wider. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. They're certainly not going to be identical. Grab it. All right. What's going on in the chat?
Oh, a few things.
A few things. All right, let's see. What's up, Alex? Warming flashes on my forge. Recommended refractory yesterday. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you missing Hans' comment from earlier.
I did.
Smoke like a fish and drink like a chimney.
What was it on the Roy Clark's version of Folsom Prison?
Oh,
I'm sure they're
rich
in their
people
fancy dining cars,
probably
smoking whiskey and drinking big cigars.
Yeah, with big cigars, yeah. Well,
Probably smoking
Hans is
whiskey.
getting a new smoker coming in.
Yes, Hans. I'll be there. What days it come?
Yeah.
I'll be there the day after. Or you could just load it up in the old Chevy
Yeah.
and bring it to Ohio. You guys are great. Gonna be on that one now, aren't I? Yeah, I kind of like that look. I'm gonna do that sometime. Kind of a teardrop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Ooh. 15 salmon and 5 pork bellies. Oh man.
15-hole salmon. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to get a tickle and just hear, I'm just have some fun with it, seriously, go look up Roy Clark, Folsom Prison Blues. First of all, the guy's a phenomenal guitar player, and he just does an amazing job with this song. Puts comedy with it. It's so cool. Look it up. You'll enjoy it. If you don't,
Let me get the whole song in here.
yeah. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
Oh yeah, Fletcher and I watched it the other day.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, Fletcher? I honestly think, as Eli and I were talking earlier, I honestly think Roy Clark is probably in at least the top 10 guitarists of all time. At least, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Probably the most humble opinion you could probably think of to have. There it goes. Would you call that a drop forge or like a slung forge? Or, holy cow. Alright. Keep that center up, finish that off, and that one will be done. At least to that point. Yes, on the Odd Couple, Malaguena. When he plays Malaguena on the Odd Couple TV show, unbelievable. Good. It's a good album. It's a good album. But yeah, and he actually does it on Johnny Cash's show as well. There's a version of uh, Roy Clark doing Folsom Prison Blues on Johnny Cash's variety show. That's right. Let's check that with the pattern that I knocked on the floor. Yeah, that one's a little closer. I like that.
Right about 750.
750. We may not do that other one.
Alex Hillman jumped in.
Alex, good to see you. Thanks for joining in. All right. Well, I don't think we have time to do much else on those projects, but we got down the line a little ways, so that's okay. There we go again, Eli. It's quiet in here.
I know.
It is extremely quiet in here. So anyway, we're going to continue to work on these 10 hooks, and hopefully we can get those done fairly soon for our client, who was actually on the stream here a little bit ago. Her name's Taylor. So Taylor, if you're still watching, if not, these are coming your way very soon. But anyway, yeah, I didn't want to go through the filing process with you guys online. There's really not much point in you guys watching me file the ball ends of finials. But anyway, what we'll do, this will be straight. I put this in the vise, heat it up, and then we're holding on to the tongs, take the mallet, and just hit in this way. And then we've got a bending jig for the hook end, so that they can be at least close to symmetrical, or at least similar to each other. So hopefully we'll be able to get those taken care of. We are drilling these holes. They're just going in with simple screws. There's no real need to punch those as well, especially since we're doing 10 of them. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing with that. Look forward to the punch and chisel set that'll be available next Friday night. You know where. The anti-fluxer himself, Comrade Bunyan, or Comrade, what is it? Fire Pants?
What was it?
Fire Chaps? Comrade Fire Chaps, is that right? But anyway, those are headed to him, and you guys are, if anybody needs those, or you know anybody that could use them, have them join in on the chat, and there you go. One of the things I did with these punches and chisels, especially the hot work stuff, is I did make them a little longer than I normally do. For example, this is my hot chisel, and so I made it a good bit longer on this one, and the reason for that is to be able to hold it back away from the heat, but also the visual. You get down here, it makes it a little difficult to even see your work. So the longer one, I'm a little bit more in favor of, and I'll probably make myself one like that. Tried to make these at least similar in length. The ball end punch is similar as well. The square punch, not so much. And then this is basically a cold chisel. So anyway, that should be a decent set for somebody to use. A functional set. It's not pretty. It just is what it is. But that's why I like them. And I actually, I flatten them a little bit right here down the center, making it easy to index. So if you got a pair of tongs or you're in your hand, you know where that lines up. You don't have to guess in a round, and it's kind of easier to grip a hold of and put in the right place as well. So I do put a little bit of a flat on both sides, just flatten them down. Kind of try to round off the top, a little bit of a taper, hexagon taper, or octagon taper there at the top. That's just my style of doing them. I like doing them that way. It's just for me. So there you go. Yeah, the hot work, just like a little bit ago, I was punching the remainder of the top rails on the gate project, and the square punch that I got from Roy, I love this square punch, but there were occasions, even with that Kevlar glove on, that my pinky was roasted, and I had to get it out of there because it was getting pretty hot. But this is a great little punch. I just made mine a little longer. It's not quite as fat as that, but I think it's fully functional. It can also operate as a drift for a good distance as well, so it drifts out. So, but anyway, yeah, I love my square punch from Roy. What's that?
Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think Hans' comment. 'Cause I was gonna say, I think
boy, oh boy. There you go. All right. Well, with that being said, um, let's take a little bit of time right now, and I want to do that. I know there's a lot going on in a lot of you guys' lives with health issues and people around you and jobs and just, man, all kinds of stuff that's going on. And each and every day, we're open about this. We talk about how blessed we are. We're extremely blessed. You know, I'm in ministry, and we have not had the opportunity. And I know there's conversations about this going on as well. We're not gathering as a body for the next few weeks. Just trying to be wise and prudent. And I've come to the conclusion about one thing and one thing only about all this. I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, and I'm trying to be gracious with other people around me. I'm trying to show grace and mercy to people around me, and I'm praying that they do the same thing as well for me, knowing that I know I don't know all the answers, and no, I don't know all the answers. I don't know exactly what to tell each and every one of you, other than this: that early in the story about Jesus' birth, I find this kind of funny. It's not really the way it's supposed to be but it says, and it came to pass. So I look at it this way: it didn't come to stay. All this stuff that happens, even no matter not even the COVID thing or whatever, it came to pass. None of this lasts forever. Um, you know, we're not. None of us are really talking each and every day about the Spanish flu or bubonic plague or any of that stuff. We don't talk about that because it didn't come to stay. It came to pass. And no matter what's going on, it didn't come to stay. It came to pass. It will end. And for all that's going on in the world today, there is a way to be at peace. And it's not the end of the conflict. Conflict is never going to end. Bad stuff is never going to end. We live in a flawed, failing world and flawed, failing bodies. We've just been talking about that with health issues and bad joints and things like that. Uh, Things don't always go the way we want them to, and our bodies give out on us. That is how we are designed. It's going to happen. But I want to encourage you. Number one, um, you have a family, you have a community here that truly, I honestly believe this. They honestly, truly care for you. You have a group of two men here who will say or do anything to help in any way we possibly can. It's within our power. I've told you guys this before. You have our phone. You have my personal cell phone number. You have my email address. You have my mailing address. If you have any need, if you have anything that we can do for you to help you through this, or help you through anything, or just to talk, encouragement, or whatever, please don't hesitate, man. We want to talk to you. We want to spend time with you, and lift you up in any way we possibly can. You guys are a special group to us. There's no question about that, and we don't want to let that go. It's an important thing to us, and it's an important thing that we want to share with you guys as well. With that being said, Eli's muted right now, or doesn't have a microphone that's fully functioning, but he's given the thumbs up on this evening. We're going to try to make sure the cut up thumbs up. We're going to try to make sure we get those sound issues taken care of for him. And we do want to encourage you guys, again, like, share, subscribe, share that video, share our video. We want to encourage others as well. So if you guys share the video, that would be fantastic. That helps not only the channel, but others who are listening. And again, if you get the opportunity, you feel the desire to donate to the channel, it is available through Streamlabs. It's basically called a tip, Streamlabs Tips, and it's down there in the description. So we encourage you to encourage each other and give each other all the love and encouragement you possibly can to lift each other up each and every day. The forge is going to go silent here in just a little bit. The blower is off and the fire is burning down. And I think I'm just about done for the day. I got to get ready for sale tomorrow, the craft show tomorrow, and finish up the rest of these punches and chisels and get them on their way in the morning. So, with that being said, yes, Bill, you're exactly right. The strong men bowed down. That's exactly what it is. All right. With that all being said, love you all. Have a great, blessed week. We will be bringing you some more content very soon. Eli's got his forge back there. He's trying to get where we can put that out and get that ready for you. We've got an unboxing to do of something else. We've got projects to do here. We were really been focusing on kind of winterizing the shop and getting it ready for so we can work in here. And on cue, actually, the heater just kicked on in here. It just got below that temperature. So again, we want to encourage you guys. Love you all. God bless, and we will see you right back here next Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless you all. Take care.